Are you Reyes Castaneda Jr.?
Yes, sir.
All right. You were here with Miss Minaldi, your attorney?
In a Texas courtroom, a serious case is being heard. A man is facing multiple felony charges, including a modified Glock that works like a machine gun. He could face up to 10 years in prison. The defense says he is pleading guilty and has made a deal to drop some of the charges, hoping he won't be sent straight to prison. But the judge makes it clear these are serious crimes, and the law allows up to 10 years in prison. The tension in the courtroom rises as the judge prepares to decide. Now the judge must decide, will this man go to prison, or will he get one last chance on probation?
The prosecutor is here. There are 4 cases that you're charged with. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
You are going to be pleading guilty to 2 of those today.
Yes.
2 others will be dismissed. And we're going to be moving forward on 25 CR 1844, the 3rd degree felony of obstruction or retaliation. And also you're going to be pleading to 26 CR 325, which is unauthorized use of a motor vehicle, and 25 CR 1335, 3rd degree felony of evading arrest or detention with a motor vehicle will be dismissed. And 25 CR 1336, the 3rd degree felony of possessing a prohibited weapon will be dismissed.
Judge, those are backwards. He'll be pleading guilty to 1335 and 1336.
Really?
The unauthorized use of a motor vehicle and the obstruction or retaliation will be the ones that are dismissed with a plea to the others.
1335 and 1336 he will plead to.
Yes, Judge. The evading arrest.
1844, 325 he will be dismissed.
Yes.
Correct.
Okay, let me put those over here.
I was putting 26 DCCR.
Well, that's symbolic. Landed in the trash. That's. All right, does the defendant waive a formal reading of these indictments and the arraignments in 1335 and 1336? Can we proceed in summary?
Yes, Judge.
In summary, Mr. Castaneda, each of these similarly state that on or about August 25th, 2025, in Jefferson County, Texas, that in 1335, you committed the 3rd degree felony of evading arrest or detention with a motor vehicle. And in 1336, you committed the 3rd degree felony of illegal possession of a prohibited weapon, namely a machine gun, a Glock that was modified, a Glock firearm modified to fire bullets as it were a machine gun. You understand what you were charged with in these 2 3rd degree felonies?
Yes, sir.
In each of these cases, you similarly face a term of not more than 10 years or less than 2 years in prison. In addition, a fine may be assessed not to exceed $10,000 in each case. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
Agreements have been reached. Are they the same agreements? in
Yes,
each
Judge.
case? That you would be pleading guilty, sentenced to 10 years imprisonment on each of these cases. That would be suspended. You would be placed on regular probation for 10 years. These sentences will run concurrently, and the other 2 cases pending will be dismissed. Is that your understanding of the plan?
Yes, sir.
There's no fine here.
No fun.
If I follow these agreements, you have no right of appeal of your cases. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
How do you plead in each of these cases? Guilty or not guilty?
Guilty. On each of the agreements, there's a $5 fine that wasn't written in there, just covering that. So
I apologize, Judge. It made it for both of us. There is a $500 fine on each.
Okay, I'm gonna put that in if that's all right with everybody.
Yes,
Agreement.
Yes,
Thank you.
Judge. Thank you. Apologies.
Also, you're going to be assessed a $500 fine in each case. You understand?
listen.
If I follow these agreements, you have no right of appeal of your cases. Do you understand?
Listen.
A lot of writing. I'm going to show you. By the way, how do you plead in each of these cases? Guilty or not guilty?
Yes.
Are you pleading guilty voluntarily and because you are guilty?
Yes.
Yes?
Yes.
Okay. I'm going to show you what's marked as State's Exhibit 1 in each case. Did you sign those documents
Yes, sir, I did.
voluntarily, understand them, discuss them with your attorney? Is everything true and correct there?
Yes, sir, everything's true.
State's Exhibit 1 is tendered into evidence in
No
each
objection.
case
No.
without objection admitted. Among other things, these state that you are mentally competent to enter your guilty pleas. They're freely and voluntarily made by you.
Yes,
You understand and appreciate the consequences of pleading guilty. You know what you've been charged with. You are guilty of these crimes and any lesser included offenses. One of the defense attorneys thinks we need music during the plea hearings, and I think he chose the wrong song, if he was going to choose one. You were giving up your rights to a jury trial, the rights to the appearance, confrontation, cross-examination of witnesses, and totally satisfied with the representation of your lawyer. All true, so help you God.
yes, sir.
Correct.
Yes, sir.
Pre-sentence reports are well.
Yes, sir.
I'm going to follow these agreements and find that you are mentally competent to enter your guilty pleas in each of these cases. You understand and appreciate the consequences of pleading guilty. There's sufficient evidence supporting your guilty pleas from State's Exhibit 1 admitted in each case to find you guilty beyond a reasonable doubt. I now find you guilty beyond a reasonable doubt in each of these third-degree felonies. I am following these agreements. You are hereby sentenced to confinement in the institutional division of the Texas Department of Criminal Justice, prison, to serve a term of 10 years on each case. I just wanted that to sink in for a little bit. It would make my heart stop if somebody ordered me to go to prison for 10 years, much less 1 second. I am going to suspend those requirements of prison, and you will be placed on probation in each case for 10 years.
Yes,
There will be terms and conditions of probation, which the probation officer is going to go over with you, which are normal and customary for these type of offenses. Make sure you follow them.
yes, sir.
If you fail, your probation can be revoked,
Yes, sir.
and then you can be sentenced up to 10 years in prison on each case.
Yes, sir.
And this is an interesting one. Is a machine gun a deadly weapon?
It is, but I don't know.
I don't know how to.
Using or exhibiting, I don't think it applies to possession of it. I'm not sure. Yeah.
It says he intentionally and wrongly possessed it. I don't
But-
know how that applies under parole law, but it could.
If it did apply, then we couldn't do a straight probation. We'd have to do a deferred. That's why we did the straight possession of it. It's different than wielding it, using it, or exhibiting it.
Okay. Do you understand what has happened today, Sid?
Yes, sir.
Okay. What's your plan? What are you going to do when you leave here and get on probation?
Just get out of work. Just get out of work. Focus on
Do
my-
work. What do you work? What kind of work do you do?
I was doing construction.
Are you good at it?
Yeah, I'm good at it.
Good.
Yes, sir. I'm gonna just get out of work and just focus on my future goals. And,
Yeah, that's important. Do you have a family?
Not well, just like my people like my aunts and them, but I don't got no kids.
Well, but you got a family.
Yes,
So you want to make them proud of you, right?
Yes, sir.
All right, do it. Okay, anything else?
No, Judge.
That is all. Thank you.
Thank you.
The judge gives him 10 years in prison, but then suspends it and puts him on probation. That means he gets one last chance. But was this the right decision? Should someone in this situation get another chance, or should he have gone to prison? What do you think?
44 CR 350 is now called the state of Texas versus Christopher Henderson. You are Mr. Henderson, right? And you were here with Ms. Minaldi, your attorney, and the state's attorney. There is a motion to revoke unadjudicated probation that was filed in October of last year. Are you familiar with it, sir?
Yes, sir.
We're going to be dealing with that today, okay? Does the defendant waive a formal reading of this motion to revoke probation? Can we proceed in summary?
Yes, Judge.
Sir, raise your right hand. Do you solemnly swear or affirm any statements you make during this hearing shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, sir.
Lower your hand. In summary, this motion states that on May 19th last year, 2025, in this court, you were placed on 10 years deferred or unadjudicated probation for unlawful possession of a firearm by a felon, a third-degree felony. Is that true?
Yes, sir.
Allegation 1 states you committed the offense of driving while intoxicated on or about August 6, 2025 in Jefferson County, Texas, which is a violation of condition 1 of your probation order, which states do not commit a crime, such as a DWI. Is that allegation true?
Yes, sir.
Are you pleading true today voluntarily and because it is true as it is alleged?
Yes, sir.
Do you understand that a voluntarily and a knowingly made plea of true to one or more violations of probation, that's enough to grant a motion to revoke probation? Your probation can now be revoked. You can be found guilty and sentenced to no less than 2 nor more than 10 years confinement in prison.
Yes, sir.
Knowing that, do you insist on pleading true today?
Yes, sir.
I find you were pleading true voluntarily. You understand and appreciate the consequences of pleading true in this motion to revoke probation. An agreement has been reached where you would be pleading true, your probation would be revoked, you would be found guilty and sentenced to 5 years in prison. Is that your understanding of the agreement?
Yes.
If I follow this agreement, you have no right of appeal of your case. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
I'm going to show you what's marked as State's Exhibit 1. Did you sign that document? Understand it? Discuss it with your attorney? Or the contents all true and correct?